So it's after Halloween, and this one won't come out till after I do the other Halloween stuff. I'm gonna want to take it down. I don't want to take it down, so I'm not going to. So I am going to take down all of this. We will take down the fencing. We'll take down the tombstones. But some of the skeletons, and that will stay. The skeletons will stay. And the mausoleum will stay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this into a Santa's workshop. So what I've got is I've got a bunch of pink foam that I'm going to cut into the grout lines, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I'm going to basically, I'm going to take this piece off right here. Is probably, well, actually no, it will stay on. But it's going to, I've got to figure out something different for that next year because it blew off all the time. So I've got to figure out a better way to do that. But this is going to be covered in a pink foam, brick panels. And I'm going to take a piece of like 1x2 and go along the back of the pink panels with great stuff and whatever, and probably some bolts or some screws with washers. And we're going to also attach plumber's tape, which is, so it comes in a roll and it's black and it's silver and it's got holes in it. And we're going to put them around this so that it basically creates a like a hanger, basically. So there'll be a wood piece on the other side, a wood piece on this side, and the pink foam will just attach to that and go over that. And then these are going to get rebuilt. We're not going to use these next year. This is going to become monster mud statues as pillars instead. And so I'm going to paint these white, and we're going to wrap them in ribbon. This panel will also get covered. Everything will be covered. This, I'm probably not going to cover these because it looks really hard. It's going to be really hard to cover it. I may or I may not. But what I'm going to do is if I do cover it, it'll just be a pink foam box with more brick around it. But I think I may just leave it like this and put some snow over it. This piece right here, I do not want to make a new one, and I don't want to change it, so I'm just going to cover it all in snow. It's going to get completely covered in snow, as will this. I thought about painting it and flip it because the backside is white, so I thought about flipping it and painting that red like brick and everything. But at the second thought, I'm thinking about just leaving it gray and covering it in foam, and then of course putting decorations on it. Also, I'll be hanging plenty of lights from it too. I've got some icicle lights that I'm going to be hanging from this, so that'll look really cool. And the projection screens will stay. I'm going to better secure that once the wind stops, which it pretty much has stopped today. That's going to be great for tonight for my official Scare Hollow video. So all this will stay. That will stay. That's sunshine. Let's go over here. This will stay just like this. I have another panel of this, so I'm just going to put over more white foam, do the grout lines, and go over the top of this, so that I can just and then this I can just put with because see, this is even just attached with screws and a washer. So I'm just going to get a little bit bigger washers and go right through this, go all the way through because it's just wood backed. So there'll be projections here again, and this will all look like brick. And of course, we'll cover the top with foam or with snow. Cover this with snow. The cool thing is, and this should work out really well, is on certain nights I will probably put on the back side of this. There is quite a bit. You can see how much room is back there. So that's perfect spot for the snow machine. So I will probably take put something up there like a big, stool or something, or a big block of foam. Put it up there, and then put the snow machine on top of it so that it goes over the top, and we get snow. So I finally get to use my snow machine. It's going to be great. So for people that I asked on Facebook how to attach these pink foam panels, and the thing is, the back of this is obviously metal lined, but we're like, that is not metal lined, that's not metal lined, and that's not metal lined, so I can't just screw all the way through and trying to attach wire from this side all the way through and trying to find the other side where the pink foam would line up, because it's 4 panels. They're going to be on one solid piece of wood like this. I'm going to frame it out with these, but to try to find out where all those are and try to keep them all straight, it was just going to be too much effort. But yeah, like so what I said is that plumber's tape will come back and I will run pieces of wood from here all the way over, and then the plumber's tape will just screw into that and it will hold it real nice and tight. And then on the bottom will be L brackets similar to that, but on the other side. So I will have to dismantle it to put it together, because I got to get the L brackets over there on the other side. So yeah, so I need to make this tighter so that it's not blowing out like this. It's already cut down there, which is sad, but oh well. But yeah, so I mean, it's really thick foam, and to try to put something through there, but also to try, you can't attach anything to this because I don't want to use like great stuff or glue because it would rip this finish off, and I can't use Velcro because it won't stick to this. Sticky back stuff would take forever to get on, and you know, and I don't know if it would ever, if it would stick to this anyways. Troy Franz came up with an idea, and I'm an extremely visual learner. Like, people are typing stuff out to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds great. I have no idea what you're talking about, because I really need to learn visually. So it's tough for me to see this stuff without, you know, a picture or diagram or something like that. So, or just doing it, and that's what I'm going to do with this, is I'm just going to do it and see how it goes. The reason I have to fortify it so much is because of the wind. You know, we've got really nice blue skies out for at least the next week and a half to 2 weeks, so it's going to be great to do all this, but at the same time, clear skies usually around here means wind. When we have storms, we don't really have wind, we have it right beforehand, and then it just goes away when the storm hits. Well, we've been getting, the last 2 days we've had nothing but wind, and today is now perfect, and I think that the rest of the day will be nice, and that'll be awesome. Alright, so here's the panels. I don't know what this screen is doing right now. There we go. So I've drawn out all the lines for one panel. I'm going to use, it's going to be really cool, I'm going to use, let's see if we can see this without, there we go. So it's this type of bit for the Dremel, and I put it really low like that, so it's not very deep at all, and that's what it does. That's after I hit it with the heat gun too, to kind of widen it out a little bit. I don't know if I'll do the heat gun on the next one, but it does a really nice line, really nice and crisp, but not really straight, so it does it pretty natural. So it'll look like grout lines. So we will do this one. I went way too far out. There we go. We'll do this one, and then so we're going to do 4 of these, and then we'll see what we want to do after that. See how it looks. Alright, so a few people on Facebook have said that a soldering iron is fast, and it is, but also said that a knife was really fast. And the problem with using a knife is, A, you're going to have to switch out the blades a lot because you're eventually going to get dull, and you then have waste because you do have to, well, that's a much bigger line than the other one. That's fine. So this way, with a knife, you're going to have foam come off. You're going to have trash. With the hot knife, or with the soldering iron, you're obviously going to have a thick enough blade to do it. This, I feel, goes along and does the thickness of the grout lines right away, and it does not do it straight, so then you have that natural looking to it. So I'm going to do a little bit of it and show you. So as you can tell, that was very fast. You know, it definitely has the, you know, the divots of it, you know, all the little imperfections. And then what I will do is I will still take the heat gun. I don't know where I put it, but I don't know. But I will take the heat gun and I will kind of spread those out a little bit, do some texturing on the foam, so that it's not so solid. And then obviously I'll paint it. But yeah, so I did all that in just that small amount of time, and that's what it will eventually look like. So you can definitely tell it's much dark, it's much deeper and all that. With the soldering iron, I feel like I would have to go a lot slower. And with doing all these panels like this, to do 18 panels of this, that's going to be a lot. So we'll do this, and then we'll see. We need to start figuring out. We need to get some wood for the attachments for the back. Go from there. All right, so we rejoin our skeleton crew here with their leaf blower. Anyways, so tonight what we've done is, you can't really see it that well out here, but panels have been painted. So I took spray paint. I took 4 cans of spray paint and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 panels. I did 20 panels. I think I only needed 18, but anyways, I did 20. So I have 20 panels. They are all grouted, and now the grout has been painted. So now tomorrow, I'm going to take that bucket right there with that colored paint on it. And probably I'm going to have to use some of that mixed with some black to make it darker. Anyways, to paint. I just got a drip on my finger from up there. That's rude. We'll roll on the red paint on all these, see how that looks, and then 8 of these are going to be on the sides, so there'll be 4 on each side of the mausoleum, and then the rest of them will make up the pieces that will cover the rest of it in different parts. So that's what these sticks are for. This is for the framing for a lot of them. I'm probably going to have to get more of these, but for right now that's fine. Again, then I will show you how I'm going to do that on the next video. So the next video will have these being painted and probably the install of the pieces and the framing and stuff. These guys are ready to go. Those are new ones. There's a guy over there too. The skeletons everywhere. There's one over there. These guys will be up on the Christmas trees, and you can see there's a Christmas tree right here, and there's 3 more in the front. I have another one somewhere over there somewhere. I think I hope I think I put it over there, or it's over there somewhere. So I should have 7 trees that I'll be able to put 9 skeletons around. So that'll be cool. And I'm going to put one of these little trees, not this one. I have another smaller tree that I'm going to use the mini skeletons, the 3-foot skeletons. So little kids are going to be decorating that one. So that is where we are at right now. Also, we just announced today the new Home Haunter DVD Awards. Myself, Christopher, Sandy, and Lisa are putting them on. We are the judges. And if you go to Home Haunter Award Show on Facebook, it's a page. You can search for that. I'll put a link down in the description. But if you did a home haunt this year, or made a prop, or made a prop, did a home haunt, then you need to check out this award show, because we're going to give away awards sometime in middle of spring next year. So we're going to do, the submissions are due by January 22nd, and there's a website which I will put down below as well to submit to, and there's different categories. So that'll be fun. We're not going to do a whole lot with it. We're not going to overproduce it because we don't really want to take a lot of time, but we are going to make some videos and make an award show, and that'll probably air in April. So we're just kind of thinking about, that we don't have an award show in the U.S. anymore. The Canadian Hunters Association has an amazing one, and we want one here. So it's going to be a bunch of us doing it, so it's not going to be just one person doing all the work. And like I said, it's not going to be hugely a huge production, but it'll still be cool. But Christopher's doing an amazing job with the website, and he's going to do a lot of the video editing. because frankly he has more time than me. So he's gonna do a lot of that, but I'm gonna help him out in the back end and obviously do judging and stuff like that. So yeah, so watch out for that as well. More on that later. So it's time to go relax. Haunt on.